Hello, good evening to you. Welcome to the business news here on News360. My name is Alfred Akansi. Let's go into our first story this evening. And some financial analysts have expressed mixed reactions over government's efforts to implement the policy recommendations from the 2014 National Economic Forum dubbed the Senchi Consensus. Despite government's relative success in stabilizing the depreciation of the city, some analysts have scored government's overall effort to implement the policy prescriptions as poor.
In May 2014, the 22-point communique, dubbed the Senchi Consensus, among other things, called on government to encourage and promote indigenous entrepreneurship and revamp the manufacturing and agricultural sectors. In the communique, the Bank of Ghana was expected to expedite work on the assessment of some foreign exchange measures, which was later reversed after the cedi depreciated heavily against some of the major trading currencies. There was also a call for the establishment of an investment program that would deal with the energy crisis in order to propel growth, employment, competitiveness, and macroeconomic stability, according to a lecturer at the University of Ghana Business School, Dr. Lord Mensah. Improvements in the city's performance and investments in infrastructure are preparing the country to make the most out of the Senchi Consensus.
The decisions that was taken over there, I think they are interrelated, and some needs to be achieved, for others to come in place. So for now, I think we are on course, because if exchange rate has been stable and then infrastructure has been put in place, I think the private man over time will have a way of, kind of cushioning in terms of its operation. So we are gradually building up, and in the end, over time, I think this consensus will be achieved.
But financial analyst Sidney Casely Hayford questioned government's commitment in implementing the recommendations.
The fact that it has taken 2 years and not much has been done, I would say that this has been an abysmal failure. There were matters to do with pricing of labor that had to be sorted out. There were matters that had to do with taxation. If you read, I think, from item 11 going down, tax was a big issue. Even at that time, the tax burden was seen to be too much. Hence that, government has imposed several taxes. And in this country today, we are one of the highly taxed, if not most taxed nation in the whole world.
The objective of the National Economic Forum was to promote dialogue towards achieving consensus on the policies, strategies and measures that would accelerate the transition of Ghana to a higher and sustainable path of development and improve the lives of Ghanaians.
And our government has begun processes to sign an avoidance of double taxation treaty with its Japanese counterpart to ensure investors willing to invest in Ghana are exempted from paying high taxes. President Mahama, who addressed Japanese investors, said Ghana remains the most viable destination for investment in West Africa in the areas of infrastructure, energy, oil and gas.
Ghana's embassy in Japan organized an investment forum as part of President Mahama's state visit to the country. The forum was aimed at showcasing Ghana to Japanese investors as a key investment destination in Africa. Ghana and Japan have strong business ties, with 50% of its cocoa exports to Japan. More than 50 Japanese companies are currently operating in the country. This government says it is willing to add on. President Mahama told investors Ghana remains a key destination for investment owing to its democratic credentials.
So compared to other African countries, you are safer in Ghana than in many other African countries. Aside from that, we'll move on to negotiate an avoidance of double taxation treaty, so that it improves the investment environment for you.
Earlier, President Mahama interacted with the Ghanaian community in Tokyo, where he promised an economic turnaround in the medium term.
We have revived the Tema oil refinery, and it's working properly now under new management, and it's looking good. We've also invested in reviving the Commander Sugar Factory. At the end of this month, I'm going to commission it to start producing sugar in Ghana.
The National Investment Bank has relocated its main Tema branch from the Community One Market to the Meridian Business Center. This, the bank says, would reinforce its capacity to expand banking operations and offer quality services to customers in a more friendly environment.
The well-furnished new edifice also comes with a spacious banking hall and car park. The Chief Executive Officer, Ernest Bishi, said NIB will continue to deliver top-notch banking services to its customers.
The reason we are opening branches is to enhance our deposit mobilization and give access to a lot more people to open bank accounts with us. We thrive on customer deposits. The more we have of it, the better. We will therefore continue to draw closer to our customers so that they may not have to travel long distances before they locate an NIB branch.
A board member, Michael Ayensu, said the new edifice is a way of reinforcing its market leadership in the Tema metropolis.
Much as we have expanded the frontiers of the bank, we need to build customer confidence in the bank. Our Know Your Customer procedures should be stronger and more in-depth now than we should take this seriously without frustrating the customer. I hope our customers will also cooperate with us to enable us serve them better.
The branch manager, Elizabeth Ajabing, was hopeful this would enhance customer service delivery.
The environment is so welcoming and fresh, which we are going to leverage on to get more customers.
The National Investment Bank, which currently has 43 branches across the country, intends to open up more branches to bring its services closer to customers.
Okay, so let's go on to the commodities markets now and find out how commodities have been faring. And gold hasn't settled under $1,000 an ounce since September 29, 2009. Prices have already seen some pressures this month owing to rising expectations that the U.S. Federal Reserve would increase $1,250.85. There's been dropping over the period though, but they're still maintaining above the 2,000 there. But see cocoa, current price also appreciating $2,970 is what it's selling for. There's been a price change in appreciation of 1.99% there. Then cotton as well, $61.45. Although it's been dropping, but not very significantly, because look at cocoa as well, with cocoa growers also not too happy about the deals that merchants who are involved in this trade are also going. $122.15 is what it's selling for. For crude oil, gold, we're told, also is rivaling this one because of the situation there. And there's been some accord on oil supply in Doha last month, which was not reached. Now, OPEC is poised to go another meeting on June 2 with no agreement on how much crude they're going to produce. Analysts are saying that the Organization for Petroleum and Exporting Countries won't set an output target into the June 2 2016 date. So that's what you're looking at, $48.21. But that's it for the business news this evening.